Good morning, card community. It's RJ, background of the video. Let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day. I have a card here from 1993 produced by a company called the Freedom Press of high school heroes. And it literally was a small collection, about 20 if I looked it up right, maybe a little bit more, of random famous people, sports and politics and entertainment and all. And their high school yearbook. So this is Mike Schmidt's high school yearbook photo. Some various information about what he was doing back in the day. And, oh, looking at an F in Spanish club varsity. Oh, no. I'm not sure if that was just taken from his listing or if he really did get an F. But, you know, it had Bill and Hillary Clinton in it. It had some famous football, basketball stars of the day, some famous celebrities. So, but it had this Mike Schmidt card in it, so it's part of my collection now. My random baseball item of the day I want to show off to you is this. I have here. Let me show you it this way. A collection of KB little box sets. KB is a toy store. If you've never heard of it, like Toys R Us was in the day. Went out of business years ago, and those are the ones I had picked up, but I was missing one, and I finally went on the bay and snagged it. It's 1987 KB Years of Baseball. Just has a whole bunch of the game's greatest players. I'm not going to go through them. This was the last one for my run of KB things. It has my Mike Schmidt guy in it. It is the last one in my run of all of the KB box sets over the years. So I just want to show off this box set. Maybe we'll go through it in another day. Maybe we'll go through all the KB ones in another day. But not today. Today's trivia question. Card back there of Hall of Famer Ivan Rodriguez. This is your prize. It's actually the 1992 gold version. Technically his rookie card, although his real rookie card would have been in the traded 1991 traded sets. So this is his. A lot of people would consider the first base card in a standard set to be a rookie card of some players. It doesn't matter to me what you want to call a rookie card. That's his 1992 Topps gold card. For this question, it's coming down to the playoffs again. So a good playoff question revolving Ivan Rodriguez. All right, so Ivan Rodriguez famously made a block at the plate to get this guy out in the playoffs. And as he was being mobbed by his teammates, he thrust his fist into the air, still clutching the ball. And then there's several scenes of him wandering around afterwards, still amped up about doing it and holding the ball like he was going to squeeze it to death and putting his fist in the air and showing everybody, look, I got the ball. I can't get through me. It was really a great scene. So, question for y'all, what year did that happen? And in what round of the playoffs did it happen? Because believe it or not, that was actually the last play of that particular series. The Marlins went on to the next round. I won't tell you which round that is, but so was it, well, you know now it's not the World Series because I said they went on to the next round, but was it the League Championship Series or the Division Series? And in what year did it happen? So that's your trivia question today. Today, well, I'm not going to go through the KB box set. I did grab for today a box set of another store. I've got a whole bunch of those box sets. Obviously, it's one of my passions is to get those little box sets. And I love all the not rare, but odd stores that ever were involved in, selling them. Because this is back in the junk wax era, the start of the junk wax era, mid 80s into the 90s. And every little mom and pop store wanted to have a little box set by the candy aisle. The kids would go gaga over want to purchase and beg mom and dad, oh, I want that card, I want that. And Topps was only happy, Topps and Fleer both actually were only happy to do that for them. So this one is from Rite Aid. If you know your local Rite Aid drugstore, if you don't have it where you are, similar to CVS or Walgreens, Rite Aid. This is the team MVPs from 1988. And here's your checklist, just so you can see who was considered a team MVP. And as Topps would do these, there are 33 cards, so it's not like there is one of every member of a team. So there are certainly multiple teams involved here. There are multiple players on some teams. So you got Dale Murphy. These are not alphabetical. A lot of times Fleer and Topps would do some of them alphabetical. This one's not, obviously. You got Dawson at the Cubs, Eric Davis, Mike Scott. So these are really big names, people at the time. Pedro Guerrero, Tim Raines, Darryl Strawberry, Mike Schmidt, Mike Dunn. I'm not sure who Mike Dunn is, why he was on there. Let's see, he led the Pirates with 13 wins. I'm not sure if that's like sad that he led the Pirates with 13 wins or this is why they got him in a card. Tied for second in the category with 11 were Doug Drabeck and Brian Fisher. So Mike Dunn, maybe that's the only Pirate they could find to put in this set. Maybe they try to get one of every player of every team. And the Pirates was the best they could do. I don't know. Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla were in the league that time. Maybe they just weren't stars then. Jack Clark on the Cardinals. Tony Gwynn. Will Clark. Will the Thrill was big back then. Cal. Wade Boggs. Wally Joyner was a huge rookie sensation. Everybody was gaga over Wally Joyner at the time because he had hit 34 home runs the year before. So he was a huge star, an immense star. His cards were going for gobs of money at the time. In fact, I purchased a set years ago. I might have said this a number of times before, but I purchased a set of cards off of some guy years ago who actually worked for Fleer, and he had all these Fleer cards, and one of them was a whole bunch of 87s, and inside there was like 187 Wally Joyners. It was crazy. Now they're all worth nothing. Harold Baines, Joe Carter on the Indians, Alan Trammell, Kevin Seitz with the Royals. I'm surprised they don't have a Brett card in here. Maybe they do later, but they threw Kevin Seitz in. Paul Molitor, Kirby Puckett, Donnie Baseball, Mark McGuire. Alvin Davis was actually a really good player at the time for the Mariners. He had 29 home runs that year. So I'm not surprised to see Alvin Davis in there. Ruben Sierra, George Bell, Jack Morris, Jeff Reardon, John Tudor, Rick Russell, longtime pitcher Rick Russell, Gary Gaetti of the Twins, Jeffrey Leonard, and Frank Viola. And then they do MVP of the different playoffs. MVP of the playoffs, MVP of the playoffs, MVP of the World Series at the end there then. So those are your team MVPs by Rite Aid. In the year 1988. This is the box, collector's edition. They sold these little things. You can see this one at Rite Aid would have cost you $1.69 to get this little box of cards. It's still only worth about $1.69, so this is one thing that hasn't suffered from inflation this year. So, all right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget the trivia question. You'll have today and tomorrow. Send me an email with the right answer. I'll include my email in the description below along with a repeated question. Hope to hear from you. Please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.